What up, what up? Mofado here, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the basic startup costs of starting a home care business and some of the resources that you can tap into with links in the description of this video. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, what's important to note when starting any business is that there are going to be two types of costs, okay? The first type of cost is going to be the one-time cost, and then there's going to be what is called the recurring monthly costs, or what is sometimes referred to as liabilities, business liabilities. If you're an accountant, you know what I'm talking about. Let's start with the two most common fixed costs that are just one-time costs, okay? The first one is legal entity, getting a legal entity. This could be in the form of an LLC or an S Corp. In my state of Georgia, I paid $300 in order for me to get my LLC. This rate varies by state, and most states will have what is called a registered agent. Registered agent is just somebody that comes in between yourself and the state, a middleman, right? That helps you file your paperwork for the state, and they'll charge you a fee for that. If you simply Google how to get an LLC for your particular state, you get plenty of resources, plenty of companies, plenty of registered agents that will show up in the search results. Just pick one and select what kind of business you want to start. I would highly recommend either LLC or an S Corp. The average will probably be about $300. Could be a little less depending on your state, obviously. Next is most of the big states, meaning California, New York, Florida, Texas, they require you to have an additional license in order to operate a home care facility. In my research, I've discovered that the state of California is the most expensive in order for you to get an additional business license in order to operate a home care business. So if you're in the state of California, it'll cost you about $5,600 in order to apply for that license. This fee varies by state. So some states that are much smaller could not charge you. For example, maybe Nevada might not be charging you in order to start a home care business. So just inquire about that with your state. Additionally, I've done plenty of videos for states like New York, Georgia, California, Florida, Texas that will tell you how much it costs in order for you to get that license and some of the resources that you can tap into, like the application forms that I've also included in those videos. So be sure to check out some of those videos in my playlists. Next are these recurring monthly costs that are absolutely essential for your business. It's going to be very hard for you to operate your business without some of these monthly costs or liabilities. What are some of these monthly costs and liabilities? First is staff. This is the most expensive one. You would have to pay home health aides and CNAs anywhere from $2,500 to about $3,500 every single month. And I'll show you where I got these numbers from. It's pretty easy. You can go to job boards and look up these rates. So I've taken, let's say, an hourly rate, and I've multiplied it by 40 hours and multiplied it by 4 weeks, right? So 40 hours a week times 4 weeks for the month. That's how I came up with the range of $2,500 to $3,500 every single month. Next is business liability insurance. Your premium would cost you roughly about $65, depending on which insurance company you have gone with. And I'll show you where I got that number from. Next, you will need your workers' compensation. That'll cost you about $111. Again, I'll show you where I got the number from. You will need payroll services or payroll software. It's important, guys, to tap into software because it'll save you a ton of money. And there are companies out there that help cater to small businesses that are just starting up, that don't have a lot of money. So they have software that allows for you to do payroll. And I'll show you the company that we recommend. The cost is anywhere from $46 to about $92 every single month. Next, you will need accounting. For that, tap into software. On average, On average, you're looking at about $55, and I'll show you where I got the number from. Next is your employee scheduling software. It's important, guys, especially when you're running a home care agency that sends caregivers to a patient's home. It's important for you to be able to know if that caregiver has showed up to work so you can have a record for your client in case of disputes. It's important for you to use software, and I'll show you the software for that. It only costs $2.50 per user. Super cheap. Business checking accounts, I've used a lot of traditional banks, and lately there have been smaller tech companies that have started their own banks. Those ones are the best, and I'll show you the one that I recommend. You can pay anywhere from $0 all the way up to $12 a month for a monthly fee in order to maintain a business checking account. Next is your client lead generation. This could cost you anywhere from $0 if you're getting a lot of referrals, if you're doing a lot of cold calling, that's free obviously, or you could spend money to get leads through, platforms like care.com, a place for mom. You can pay subscriptions for those, or you can run paid advertising, and I'll show you in a little bit. That could cost you about $600. So anywhere from $0 to $600. So this is just a basic summary. As I said, just go to job boards like Indeed. In this case, in this example, I used the Indeed job board. I just typed in home health aide and for the city of Atlanta, where I'm at. And I'm giving a range here of $21 to $26 an hour. That's how I came up with that average of $2,500 to $3,500. In this case, what I would recommend is you pay your caregivers on the higher end of the rate so you can be able to retain them. The highest paid caregivers are going to be the most loyal, and they're going to stick around the longest. So you want to make sure that your business is actually making money and you're actually getting the clients that are paying you the most money. And these are typically private paying clients. If you're relying on Medicare, you probably won't be able to pay out your caregivers these kind of rates, these high rates. So private paying clients is the way to go, and it's what I recommend. Next is business liability, workers' comp, and payroll software. We recommend a company called Gusto. We've used this company for a very long time. What I love about this company is that the user experience of their software is super simple. Customer service is excellent. So this is where I got the numbers from. General liability insurance, $65. That's where I got the number from. This is for your liability insurance. This is where I got the workers' compensation average of $111. Next is the cost of using the software for your payroll services. I would recommend just going for the simple plan, but if you want to go fancy, you can go for the middle plan, which is $80 a month, and then they'll charge you an additional fee like $12 per person. Or in this case, if you choose the simple plan, you pay $40 a month and then $6 per person. So do the math. If you have 5, 6, 2 employees, then just do the math. Next is your accounting software. We recommend QuickBooks. Obviously, there are plenty of software out there that competes with the QuickBooks. Same thing with payroll software, right? There's plenty of competitors to Gusto, but we recommend these ones because they're super easy to use and they're designed specifically for small businesses. The plan that I recommend is the Essentials plan, the $55 per month. This one is just good. It works just fine. That's what I like because it's got plenty of features that work for small business. And what I love about QuickBooks, user experience is excellent and the customer service is great. Also, you can hire people that do accounting on these virtual assistants, we call them. Somebody that is based offshore, like the Philippines, through these platforms like Fiverr. And I've done a video about Fiverr where you can hire virtual assistants. So look on my playlist so you can watch that video on how to hire a virtual assistant. You can hire this person for $5 an hour, $10 an hour to do your accounting, and give them access to your QuickBooks and they can do your accounting for you. Super simple. Maybe you're paying them for 2 hours every month to do your accounting. And also maybe you hire them for 2 hours to do your payroll. And there are people that can specialize in that specialize in those things that are offshore. And think about it, guys. A lot of big companies, they're already outsourcing a lot of the labor out. Labor in the States is very expensive. Next is the employee scheduling software. For this one, we recommend a company called When I Work. I love this software because it's an app very similar to Uber, right? Where you would be able to track where your caregivers are on that app. They check in when they get to the patient's home, they check out once they've left. So you have a clean record of the work that's been done. Next is your business checking. I've used a lot of banks in my lifetime, and I still have a personal checking account with like Chase Bank, and I've used Bank of America, and nothing compares to this company called Novo Bank. What I love about this company is that it's a technology first company that is turned into a bank, which is phenomenal, guys, because the user experience is beautiful. The platform is super easy to use. Customer service is on point. The only downside is that, which honestly I don't think it's a downside, is that they don't have their own physical locations like ATMs. But look at this. They'll refund you on all ATM fees. So who cares? You can go to Bank of America ATM, Chase ATM, and they'll refund you all your ATM fees. That's a bonus. What I like about it also, they don't nickel and dime you. There are no fees. There are no monthly fees. There was one time where I had $39 in my business checking account for months. I didn't get charged a penny. It's beautiful. But if I'd done that with Chase, they would charge me $12 every single month. Wild, right? And it's super easy to sign up. I'll be sure to do a separate video that I'll walk you through on how to sign up for Novo Bank and how easy it is to use, so you can check it out. It's beautiful. I love Novo Bank. Like I said, most of our transactions, we do them online anyway, so who needs a physical location bank nowadays? Everything is online. Everything is on an app. And the app is superior to the Chase app. That's what I love about it. I mean, look at some of all these features right here. Super easy, right? Lastly, if you don't have a way to generate leads that you can close consistently, predictably, reliably, then you don't have a business. You have a hobby. So there are two main ways that you can generate leads for your business. The first way is, I've done a video about it right here, and I'll be sure to link the two videos somewhere on the screen. How to get home care clients for free without spending money. Just remember, guys, if you're doing anything that doesn't require money, it's going to cost you time. Everything costs something. It's going to cost you a lot of time. But if you do have the time, then go ahead and watch that video. It'll tell you how to get clients for free without spending any money. The second way, which is my favorite, I've done a video about it here, how to get home care clients consistently and predictably. Watch that video. And in this video, I touch into the most efficient way to get leads, which is Google paid advertising. Some of these big companies out there like Care.com, A Place for Mom, that you're already paying these fees to get leads, they use these paid methods anyway. So these companies already use these methods of Google paid advertising to get these leads that they're reselling to you and your competitors anyway. So what I'm saying is, why not cut out the middleman and do it yourself? So go ahead and watch that video. I'll put a link to that video also on this end screen. So these two videos, make sure to watch them. And be sure to check out all the resources for all the softwares that I recommended below this video in the description. And I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one.